Hey guys, this is Rachel from Cypress Textiles, and today we're going to be making the daisy motif from the 2024 VVCAL. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a center ring. So I've done a slip knot, chain 3, and slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the hook to make my ring. You can also do a magic circle, or you can do chain 4, or however you like to make your center ring. And in that ring, we're going to do a beginning 2DC cluster. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight in without chaining up to a single crochet, no chaining up, chain 1, and then a double crochet, and that's going to be the first 2DC cluster of the round. Okay, so there's our first 2DC cluster. I'm going to chain 2 and then make a regular 2DC cluster, yarn over, insert your hook and draw up a loop. Pull the yarn through 2 loops on the hook and then repeat that. And now I have my 3 loops on the hook to draw the yarn through all 3 loops, and we have our first full 2DC cluster there. And then chain 2 and 2DC cluster until you have 6 2DC clusters and 6 chain spaces. All right, so I have all of my 2DC clusters and chain spaces here. I just wanted to show you how I join the round. So I'm just going to go into these front 2 loops of the first full DC of that beginning 2DC cluster and then make my slip stitch there. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and start the next round. We're going to slip stitch into this first chain or into the chain space and then make a single crochet with no chaining up in that same chain space and then chain 4. And all we're going to do for this round is just single crochet in the chain space and chain 4. All right, all the way around until you're back to the beginning. Okay, so my round is finished and I've gone ahead and joined with the slip stitch in the first single crochet, so you can see all of my chain 4 spaces here. And for the next round, we're going to start in the same single crochet. So we're just gonna go straight into there with a single crochet, no chaining up, and a chain 1. And then we're gonna make 3 double crochet in the same single crochet stitch. Okay, so now we've got our beginning double crochet and 3 more double crochets. We're going to release the loop from the hook and insert the hook front to back through the first beginning DC, grab the loop and pull it through to close the popcorn. So that's going to be our first beginning popcorn there of our round. Now chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the chain space, we're going to make single crochet to anchor it down. Chain 4. Now we're going to make a regular popcorn in this single crochet. So just make 4 double crochet into that one single. And 4. And now release the loop. You've got your 4 double crochets right there in the same stitch. Insert the hook front to back through the first double crochet. Grab your loop and pull it through to close your popcorn. And then chain 4. All right, and now we're getting into a repeat into our chain. We're just gonna make a single crochet, and I'm gonna show you how it's looking so far. Just like that. We're gonna continue around till we have our 6 popcorns, our 6 single crochet, and our 12 chain spaces. Okay, so my round is complete and I'm ready to join here, and I wanted to show you how I join in the top of this beginning popcorn. So I actually feel like it looks the best whenever you join into the chain that comes directly after the popcorn. I'm just gonna insert my hook into that chain, make a slip stitch, and you can see how that just looks like all of the other popcorns in the round whenever you join it that way. And if you don't join it right there, this little loop can look a lot have more of a gap than the rest of the loops. So it's kind of better if you join it that way to the chain that comes right after the popcorn. All right, so starting our next round, we're going to do a slip stitch in the first chain and then a single crochet with no chaining up and then chain 3. And all we're going to do for this round is just go into these chain spaces with a single crochet and chain 3. Single crochet, chain 3, all the way around into these chain spaces. one. And that's where we're at so far, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, so the round's complete, and I did join with a slip stitch in that first single crochet, and it's going to look like it's cupping a little at this point because we did chain 3 spaces, but on the next round, it's gonna flatten back out. So for the next round, we're going to start with a beginning 2DC cluster. So I'm just gonna go straight into the chain space with a single crochet and then chain 1, and that's our first part of our beginning 2DC cluster. Now make a regular double crochet, and that's the first 2DC cluster of the round. Chain 2, 2DC cluster in the same chain space, chain 2, another 2DC cluster in the same chain space, and then we're going to make one more, chain 2, and 2DC cluster in the same chain space. And so that gives us a total of 4 clusters. And then chain 2. Okay, so that's how our first little corner is going to look. I've got chain 2. In my next chain space, I'm going to do a single crochet. And then chain 2 again. Now we're going to work our 4 2DC clusters with chain 2 spaces in between in the next chain space. Two, 3, and then one more. Okay, and chain 2. All right, so here's where we're at right here. Okay, and then I'm gonna keep with my repeat, and in my next chain space, I'm gonna make a single crochet. All right, and I'm just gonna work that way all the way around, making these little petals. All right, so the round is finished, and I joined with a slip stitch in the first beginning 2DC cluster there, and I'm just showing you how the motif looks, and we're going to start the next round. So we're gonna go straight into making a puff stitch, and you can go straight into this chain space with your puff stitch. I like to just kind of leave this starting loop a little bit taller, just so it lets the puff stitch stand up a little taller. But I'm going to yarn over and insert my hook and pull up a loop 4 times. You can do it 3 times or 4 times. I like a more full puff stitch, so I like to do it 4 times, but you can always do it 3 times. And then just take your yarn and pull it all the way through. All right, and I don't do a closing chain. I'm just gonna start my chains in the pattern. So it's chain 2, 1, 2. And we're gonna go into our next puff stitch, into the next chain space. There we go. Draw the yarn through all the loops on the hook and chain 2. That's how we're looking so far. Okay, next chain space, puff stitch as well. All right, there we go. It's gonna kind of rock the hook back and forth to get through all the chain loops without catching, but you'll get there. Chain 2. And now I'm ready to work into this single crochet right here. So this single crochet, I'm gonna make a 2 treble cluster. So yarn over twice, insert my hook into that single and pull up a loop. Draw the yarn through 2 loops on the hook twice, and then do the same thing again. Yarn over twice, pull up a loop, draw the yarn through 2 loops on the hook twice, and I've got my 3 loops there. Draw the yarn through all 3 loops, and I've got my 2 treble cluster. Chain 2, make another 2 treble cluster in the same chain space, and this is going to be our corner. Okay, so now I've got that corner made. Now I'm going to chain 1. And the reason I chain 1 before a puff stitch instead of 2 is that I'll show you when I make the puff stitch that it kind of has something that looks like a chain before it. So if you chain 2 and then make your first puff stitch, you're going to end up with a wider gap in between than on this side, and it's going to look lopsided. So chain 1, make your puff stitch in the next chain space. Actually, it's skipping this chain space and going into this chain space. So draw the yarn through all the loops, chain 2, and see, you can see how the puff stitch has created, I'll do it with a pencil, this little chain looking thing right here all on its own. So it looks like you have a chain 2 in between. So that's why I chain 1 if I'm going from a regular stitch to a puff stitch instead of 2. I chain 1 fewer chains, that is to say. Okay, so I'm continuing along making my puff stitch in the chain spaces. Okay, chain 2, and now I'm ready to make my corner again. 2 treble cluster, chain 2, and 2 treble cluster. Okay, and I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna chain 1, and I'll take a step back here and show you how the side's going to look. Okay, so that's how it looks there. All right, I'm gonna continue all the way around until I'm back at the beginning. All right, so my round is complete, and I joined with the slip stitch into the chain that's directly after my puff stitch. And your motif looks a little round at this point instead of a hexagon. So the way that I set up the single crochet round is to go ahead and make it a little more like a hexagon. So I'm gonna show you how I did that on our final round, which is just made up of single crochets. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. I'm gonna make 2 single crochet in the first chain space, and then 1 single crochet in the puff stitch, and I'm just gonna do it in the chain above the puff stitch, and then 2 single crochet in the next chain space, and 2 single crochet in the next chain space as well. Okay, so now we're at our corner, and I'm going to make 5 single crochet in my corner chain space, and that's going to really make my corners stand out more. And you'll notice that the only puff stitch that we make a single crochet to is this center one, and the other 2 puff stitch on the side, we're going to just skip over them. So it was 2 singles, a puff stitch in the middle, 2 singles, 2 singles, and now I'm going to make 5 singles in my corner. And just get them all in there. It's okay if they're a little bit crowded, you kind of want them to be crowded, so that way it sticks up. All right, now 2 single crochet in the next 2 chain spaces. Okay, and then we're at our center puff stitch, so make 1 single crochet in there. And that's just to keep our stitch count accurate, so we have 84 single crochet all the way around. And you can already tell just by doing this one side right here, these 2 sides, that it's already starting to look more like a hexagon. And once you go all the way around, you'll see that it's completely a hexagon instead of a circle like it was. I'm doing my 5 singles in the corner there. And I'm just gonna show you this one that's complete. This is the daisy motif, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one.